Hi, I'm Becca and I'm here at BetterCare Mental Health Services asking people of Dublin questions relating to mental health in Ireland.
I think probably not. My impression is since COVID that it's really, really hard to get access to mental health care because there's a mental health crisis. Certainly in Northern Ireland, that's the case. And my impression is it's the same in the Republic.
Unfortunately not. No, not at the moment. Definitely not.
I don't know. I feel like not really. I feel like it's kind of limited.
I think maybe to some extent, I think it was more so years ago when it wasn't talked about. It wasn't as discussed in, social media forums and different places like that. And maybe there was a bigger stigma about, somebody, having a mental health issue. Now I think it's a lot more open, which is great and a lot more discussed. So I think it's definitely improved.
I think a lot of the Irish mentality is like, I should just get on with it type of thing. It's kind of bred into us that like Irish people don't really, we complain about the weather, but not anything else. You kind of just have to get on with it.
I guess so. I think we're getting better though, aren't we? Like I think people are more open to talk about their mental health these days. I think there's a bit of generational trauma that Ireland as a country is suffering from, and it's slowly coming out. But it's definitely getting better. But I think, there still is a stigma, and people should be more than comfortable to talk about if they've had a shit day, good day or bad day.
I think there's less of a stigma than there used to be, but undoubtedly there's still a stigma.
God, yeah, I feel like there is. We just probably don't feel comfortable speaking enough out about it, which is unfortunate. Because, I see enough people do struggle, unfortunately. So definitely needs to get better around here.
Oh God. I'd say more than a quarter, if not like towards half, probably. Like I'd say it's just not recognised. I'd say they don't even realise themselves. I think when you're struggling, you just think it's normal. You don't realise that it's actually a problem. So I'd say anywhere up to a half, I'd say.
I would think a lot.
Yeah.
I think everybody does to some extent. I think there's a spectrum and I think we're all on it somewhere. Whether it's a touch of anxiety or a touch of depression. I know I find it hard to get out of bed some days more than others. I would say a really high percentage of nearly 80 to 85 or 90%, nearly even 100% of people have a bit of something. So we should all be able to talk about it, yeah.
Young people, I'd say huge. I'd say it's really huge, both because of COVID and the things that happened and also the online presence. I'd say easily 30%, maybe higher.
I'd say the general is probably 1 in 4. So maybe in that age group with everything going on, adolescence, exams, everything, probably a little bit higher. So it could be 35, 40% in that group. And that's just, I guess.
I feel like everyone kind of has their patches when they grow up, and they probably just don't feel comfortable enough speaking about it. So I think we all kind of have that kind of bits and pieces throughout life. So as a percentage wise, I don't know, but I think nearly everyone kind of has their bits and pieces.
Personally, in person. But I think it's amazing that if there is mental health facilities online, I think that's absolutely incredible. For me, I just prefer seeing a person in the flesh and doing it that way. Yeah.
I think either would work really well, depending on what's needed. But in a lot of cases where it's, a psychologist or coaching or something along those lines that may be more on the minor scale of things, I think online could work quite well as well. And people might be a little bit more open to that as well. So
probably go online, I think, if you're looking for it. But as I wouldn't know where to go, unfortunately, at the moment if I was looking for one.
So definitely online, because there is a stigma attached to it. So you're going to go online because then it's no one knows you.
Yeah.
So
for me personally, probably more just speaking, talking to people, comfortable getting a coffee, a chat, or going out for a walk, and kind of just taking that, having your own kind of me time. Sometimes you don't prioritize it that enough.
Try and kind of like meditate, go for walks. I love the beach. I find the beach really helpful. And spending time with friends is so important and really hard to do, I think, when everyone's so busy, but taking time out to like just rely on your friends and spend time with them.
Like work out, hang out with my friends, have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Literally just take every opportunity to have fun.
I'd say it's shockingly long. I would imagine it's at least a year. So it's not when you need it.
I don't actually know, but I'd imagine it's probably at least a month or two. And that could be wildly underestimated. But yeah, I would hope